Hi YouTube, from Fat2fit here. This is Siggy saying hi. I don't know about you, if this is the first time you've seen my channel or you've been following me, which I don't have too many people who are following me, but that's okay. I'm doing this mainly for myself and to keep a record of what I've been through. So today is Thursday, October the 15th, 2015, and I'm actually doing a video on a Thursday instead of a Friday or a Saturday, so I'm happy that I'm back to my routine. So one of the problems that I have is it's difficult for me to make a video at home because my oldest son, Max, is going for a PhD in mathematics at USC. And he is working downstairs, and so I can't make a peep downstairs. And I didn't finish vacuuming, and I couldn't, so I will do that later, because I like to get all my chores done, and then I can relax. Until then, I get kind of anxious about it. So I don't know if that's called perfectionism or overachieving or who knows. Anyways, so let me give you my stats to start with. I am a 54-year-old female, and I live in Los Angeles, California, and I've been at the same home since 1990. And I've been married to the same person since 1988. So I don't like a lot of changes. And this surgery and process has been only about change. And it is not only a physical struggle, mental, emotional, psychological, and spiritual as well. And sometimes you hit all the notes and sometimes you don't. And so I struggle with that, and I'm trying to improve it each day and each week. So I was my heaviest in 2006 when I had pneumonia, and I weighed in at 294 pounds. Oh my God. And before I started Kaiser's option classes, I weighed 280 pounds. Then I went through the program, and it was a 12-week program, and my surgeon said I had to lose at least 5 more pounds in order for me to have the surgery. Even though they gave me all the paperwork and I had a state schedule for surgery, he still wanted me to do it, and I had to do it. So there was no fooling around. So at surgery, which was April the 9th, 2015, a few weeks before my 54th birthday, so I was technically still 53. Oh my God. I had the VSG surgery, vertical sleeve gastrectomy, with Dr. Roberto Armando Casillas at Kaiser Permanente in West Los Angeles. I was in the hospital for 2 nights, and then I came home. When you return from the hospital, they call at least Kaiser does, they call the first week, week 0. So on surgery date, I was 269, and then when I came home, I went up to 276. And all the videos say that's what it's expected, and you shouldn't weigh yourself for 2 weeks, but I'm an overachiever or obsessive compulsive, whatever you want to call it, and I had to weigh myself. So 276 was week 0, and last week, I'm looking at my notes, which was week 27, on October the 15th, I weighed in at 198.9. So that is I'm trying to think, that's 198. That's a 78-pound weight loss since week 0, and since my heaviest, it's more. Okay, so this is where I'm at today. Today is week 27, October 15th. I probably said this 10 times already. I'm a teacher by trade, so I tend to repeat myself, so beware. And today I come in at 198.9. So from last week, I went up 0.1 ounces. Now, I know this will sound crazy, but I'm grateful. I did an experiment I tried one day to weigh myself like every time I went to the bathroom. Sorry to be so descriptive, whether it was number 1 or number 2 or number 3, I weighed myself. And I found within the course of a day that my weight fluctuated 5 pounds within one day. And like today, I didn't have a BM, so to speak, and so that's probably why my weight is the way it is. Just a day or two yesterday, I was down at 196, and I even saw 193 on my scale. Now, speaking of scales, before this all started, I went to Target and I got a digital scale made from Weight Watchers, and it has all this ability. You can do your body fat percentage and all this other stuff. And they gave me a pamphlet and I couldn't figure it out. So I asked my husband, can you help me figure this out? He says, I don't want to. So I just use it as a regular digital scale and I don't get to use the other features. But I noticed that my scale tends to be different than the hospital scale or Kaiser scale. So, okay, so you have to think about that. But I'm going by my scale because my scale counts for me. So 198.9, and I was as low as 193 and as high as maybe 203, which is just unbelievable. So I am learning that when I go on the scale, it will guide me as to what I need to do, but I also know that depending on how much fluids or waste I have in my system, the numbers can change quite rapidly. So now, if I put on a couple of pounds, I don't panic. I just stay calm and say to myself, okay, drink more water, do more activity, or try to alleviate the situation. So before, I felt like I had to punish myself because I'm not losing as fast as I would like, but I'm learning how to live with this procedure. So next week, which will be week 28, which is like 7 months, but it's not really 7 months, it's just week 28, and that will be October 22nd. So my goal again is to get to 196, which would be a loss of 80 pounds. I've said this before, so I'm just kind of repeating myself. And eventually, I would like to get down to 194. So from my highest weight to 194 would be a 100-pound weight loss from that. So there's a lot of ways of going around this. It's been very hot and humid in Los Angeles, and I don't feel like going out for a walk. And I don't even want to go in my car and deal with traffic and go to the gym for a swim. I don't want to do it. So my house is my workout. I go up and down the stairs. I go fast. I do a lot of bending and picking things up, and I feel good after. I feel like I've worked out. So what I wanted to say is, I haven't said this before. Yes, I've lost some hair. Every time I brush my hair, I just pull clumps of it out, and it goes in the trash. So that is why I use hair extensions to make me feel a little bit better. But my hair is not what it used to be, and that's it's depressing, but it's also reality. Okay, I'm 54. I will be 55 in April, and that's fine. I've done a lot with my life. I feel very accomplished. I still have a lot to do. I do want to continue to lose weight, and I think I will, because slow and steady wins the race. I mean, I discussed this with Dr. Stahl, and she said, it's very unusual for people to lose 100 pounds in 6 months. Not that it doesn't happen, but, you have to look at everyone's individual medical history to see. And I'm diabetic type 2, and I also have high blood pressure and high cholesterol and all those good things. So I'm a work in progress. So my BMI now is about 32, and really my goal is to get below 30 is my really serious goal. So instead of being obese, which I still am, I want to be normal, but the next category is overweight. Okay, so is there anything else? Let's see. I'm trying to think, and it's really hard for me to think. So I find that okay, this is what I wanted to talk about. I usually am pretty regular with my menstrual cycle, and last period I had was September the 5th, and today is October the 15th, and I'm 10 days late. I'm not pregnant, don't worry about that. However, I'm going through hell because I feel like I'm going to get my period. I have headaches, I have backaches, I have whatever, and nothing's happening. So I think I'm starting with my changes, or starting maybe the menopause thing, the big M. So so that is a little bit kind of overwhelming. And also I've read that when you're heavier, you tend to produce, your body tends to produce more estrogen, and which is not really good because it could lead to breast or uterine cancer. So because I lost all this weight, I think that might instigate maybe menopause. So that will be something that I will be tracking, and I will keep you informed. So so it's, being a woman is not easy. And in Judaism, the men who pray, the first thing, I don't know if it's the first thing, but they pray in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. That's at least what Orthodox Jews do. And they say, thank you, God, blessed, God, for not making me a woman. And I definitely feel that having your period, going through pregnancy, going through labor, going through menopause is definitely a curse. And not for all women, for me, it's definitely a curse. And so I'm feeling very biblical now and very paradise lost. So it's time for me to end. So I will look forward to seeing you next week. And I pray to God that I can break the stall. And speaking of stalls, I've been in the 198th zone. I'm looking at my notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. So I understand what a stall is now. And it's hard because, you want to get a breakthrough. But I'm sticking with the program. Some days are better than others. But I take it each day as it comes. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching, like my channel, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them if I can. And if I can't, I'll do some research and I'll let you know. All right, bye.